Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. I'm Dr. Adrian Cable, Vice President of Research and Development at Lifesize. And today you're watching episode 5 of my series on advanced collaboration. And for those of you who are new to the series, advanced collaboration may be a new term for you. So what is it? Well, it's how we go beyond classical video and voice chat and bring in elements like whiteboarding, content, and improving productivity wherever you choose to collaborate, whether it's from your home office, a physical office, or on the road. And this week, we're continuing our arc on hybrid work. And today, we're going to talk about how to create effective work from home habits when you're surrounded by distractions, and also how some distractions can actually help you have productive and creative work days. More on that a little bit later on. But to begin with, let's concentrate on bad distractions. Planes, trains, home phones, people ringing the doorbell, vicious dogs barking in the background, kids talking, and maybe even other people in your household working and making calls at the same time as you. Working from home is quite different from working in an office due to these kind of unprompted distractions. And we're very used to dealing with distractions in an office. Ultimately, if you have a corner office, you can just close your door. At home, it's very different. And so, depending on the kind of work you do, if you need focus, people often find since the start of the pandemic, when we're all spending a lot more time working from home, working from environments that were never designed to provide periods of extended focus, we're finding that more challenging than we did working in a purpose-built office before the pandemic. Now, in the past months, I've spoken to many people across different industries who've told me about the tools and techniques that they've discovered and developed to minimize the damage caused by all sorts of these bad distractions during their workday. And unfortunately, what I've found is that the most common tool that people are using here is nothing at all. People, pretty much everybody, once the pandemic hit and work all moved to the home, people thought they could bring the same work habits from their office into their home office and still be productive, but it just doesn't work. And while a lot of the things that I'm about to go through sound pretty obvious, surprisingly few people I've engaged with on this topic do most or all of them. And I can tell you they make a huge difference. So please give them a go and let us know by posting on our LinkedIn channel how you get on. So, tools to improve work from home and reduce unwanted distractions. Here are just 5 or 6 things that I've found particularly effective. So the first is ergonomics. Now, you're spending much more time in your home office than you ever thought you would. And when you bought furniture and set the layout out for your office, you probably thought that the $60 office chair and the cheap desk would cut it. And until March 2020, you were probably right. Now, in offices, usually somebody at Human Resources takes care of ergonomics and makes sure that employees have a comfortable working environment. Because after all, a fleet of employees with back pain and joint problems is not a productive fleet of employees. But at home, you're your own ergonomics boss, and I bet you're not taking it seriously. So the first thing, and this is an absolute must, is invest in a good sit-stand desk. Research shows that standing while working reduces weight gain. We all know about the COVID-20, the 20 pounds that you've gained during the pandemic. Sit-stand desks reduce the risk of muscular fatigue. They reduce back pain, improve mood, energy levels, and focus. Just from a single purchase, a sit-stand desk will drastically improve the quality of your life. If you don't have it already, do it. Second is home office location. Probably when you first moved into your home, which might have been a long time ago, you set up your home office in the kind of last bedroom that nobody else wanted upstairs. But different parts of the house have drastically different noise levels. So, most obviously the front of the house facing the street versus the back facing the yard. And probably you never thought about noise level when deciding which room in the house to put your home office. It just didn't matter. You didn't spend enough time there for it to really be meaningful. But now it is. And you can get a free decibel meter app on iPhone or Android phones, or you can buy a sound level meter, and you can record average and peak noise levels throughout the whole day. And you can just try different rooms, find out the rooms that offer the lowest noise levels, and then consider moving your home office to a quieter location. You'll find this makes a huge difference. Next, invest in some great noise cancelling headphones. A good pair of headphones can make you feel like in your own world by cutting out some kinds of ambient noise. We'll talk about that in a moment. But I use Bose Quiet Comfort 35s. They're fantastic. The Sony WH-1000 series is also very popular for work from homers. But headphones do have downsides. So noise cancellation in most headphones today it's pretty dumb. It's designed to remove kind of low-level ambient noise, things like wind, engine noise from planes, that sort of thing works great for that environment. But they're actually usually designed to let speech through, so you can actually still hear people talking to you when you have them on. And that's not so great if you're working in home where there are other people, especially kids, around. But they can still make a dramatic difference in creating your own quiet oasis for you to do focused work. Now, what we're seeing now, though, is the emergence of artificial intelligence-based audio processing technologies that are kind of like a next level step up from noise-canceling headphones. I'll give a couple of examples here. So Crisp.ai, that's K-R-I-S-P, Crisp.ai, includes intelligence-powered audio filters to remove common noises like keystrokes, public area noises, dogs barking, kids screaming, that kind of thing, while on video or voice calls. And it's amazingly effective, and it really has to be heard to be believed. So I'm actually going to play some sound clips which have various background noises, and then turn the audio filter on and off so you can see how well it works. So we're going to start with streets and traffic noise, and I'm going to turn the audio filter on.
Resources can be costly and
Completely gone.
impacting your budget
Turn it off.
and your bottom line.
Amazing. What about crying baby? I have a 1-year-old, so I know what this is like.
Summarize. We all agreed that we need to rewrite the contract.
Turn the filter on.
We'll take a step back and use our own capital instead to buy
Completely
the remaining
gone.
shares. So Linda, please get started.
Amazing. And we've all heard
If
keyboard clicks in the background of meetings.
To finish your paperwork during your last visit, so please bring your documents.
Turn the
with
audio
you
filter on.
And plan to arrive at least 15 minutes earlier so that we can set up everything before our meeting.
Completely gone. Amazing. And this tool, Crisp.ai, it works with most video conferencing tools, including Lifesize, Zoom, and Teams. And it even removes other people's background noises on your calls, even if they don't have the tool themselves. Now, Google is currently working on its own noise suppression technology for Google Meet, and Microsoft is doing the same for Teams. So I think in the future, we're going to see a lot of offerings built into the video conferencing software that you use. But in the meantime, these kind of third-party services like Crisp.ai work a lot better. You also might want to check out Huddle.ai, Huddl.ai, which includes a similar AI-powered audio filter technology, but also includes meeting management tools. And just to note that all of the products I've mentioned here, we don't have any affiliation with them. These are just tools that I personally use and find very effective, and I'm pretty sure that you would do as well. Now, there are also some alternatives to this that you may not have thought of. One of them is the white noise machine. Now, these machines are very popular for kids' nurseries as they create a calming environment for relaxation and sleep. And essentially, the white noise raises the noise floor in your environment with a relaxing sound so that small noises or constant low-level background noise falls below that level and you can't hear it. So they're very effective for kids. One manufacturer that's particularly well-known, Hatch, they do nursery white noise machines, but if you look on the reviews on Amazon, you'll see that a lot of purchasers are actually adults using them in home offices to create a more relaxing space and be less vulnerable to distracted noises. So they work very, very well in home offices as well, and they may be worth checking out for you. So in addition to hardware and software solutions, there are also human solutions. So one thing that works very well is negotiated focus time with your partner. So my wife and I both work from home full-time and take care of our 1-year-old full-time. It's pretty challenging. But if you're willing to stretch your working day over more hours, and you can coordinate your schedule with your partner on a day-by-day basis, you can guarantee each other distraction-free time where you won't need to answer the phone or the doorbell or take care of a kid. And it sounds obvious, but it's a super powerful technique. When you agree in advance the specific blocks of time you'll have during the day to concentrate, rather than leaving it to chance, you'll find that you're able to get a lot more done. Now, with all of that, it's worth pointing out that some distractions actually aren't bad. And for most people, whereas execution happens during focus time, creativity only happens during mental downtime. And we dug into what that means in the work from home world in last week's episode, episode 4. So if you missed it, go watch it on the Lifesize LinkedIn page or our YouTube playlist. I think you'll find that pretty interesting. And the key to that is that it's actually important to build structured distractions into your workday, both to prevent burnout and also to stimulate creativity. And the key here is to find out what works for you and then schedule at least an hour of downtime each workday. Actually put it in your calendar so you don't schedule meetings during this time, and you guarantee that hour every day as being time just for you. And what you do during that time, it's really for you to discover what works for you to stimulate relaxation and creativity. Some great things that I do during that time are some meditation, having lunch with my kids, going for a walk, going for a short hike, reading a book, basically anything that kind of takes your brain away from work focus and broadens your thought patterns and stimulates relaxation is something you'll find pays massive dividends for the rest of your workday. So as we also mentioned last week, the average number of vacation days in Silicon Valley taken per employee halved in 2020 versus 2019. It's super easy to just work through the whole day, imagining that you can remain focused for 9 hours straight at your desk when nobody can. And this is bad for everybody since people need downtime to recharge. So do your bit to buck the trend. So finally, it's become a bit of a cliche, but simplify your life is a great mantra for making everything work better in your home and personal life. If you're not sold on that principle, then maybe your office looks like this, or maybe like this, or maybe like this. But if you think you could benefit from some inner peace, and you want to reduce distractions during a workday, try this. You'll be amazed at how much a bit of peace can make to your productivity. See you next week, where we will talk about a surprise topic, and you'll just have to tune in to see what that's all about. I've been Dr. Adrian Cable. This is my series on advanced collaboration. Thank you very much for watching.